There are two essential processing systems used for creating Dannon products: a traditional system and a system used for blended and drinks products. In the traditional system, also known as cup set, the white mass is transferred after homogenization to a holding tank, called a buffer tank. The milk is held in the buffer tank until needed for packaging, at which time the culture will be introduced. In the blended and drink system, also known as tank set, cultures for each yogurt recipe are first loaded into a MIF tank. The MIF tank is a food-safe method for directly inoculating cultures into the product as it is being transferred from batching to processing. And the MIF enables a more thorough incorporation of the culture into the white mass. So prior to transferring through the MIF tank, the product is preheated, homogenized, pasteurized, and cooled to the right temperature for fermentation. Then it is transferred through the MIF for inoculation and then sent to the fermentation tank. During this process, the cultures multiply, causing the white mass to thicken. At the same time, the acidity or pH is dropping. This fermentation process usually takes between 5 to 8 hours in most cases. But when the white mass in the fermentation tank reaches its exact pH, the bacterial action must be stopped. Transferring the product from the fermentation tank through a cooling press stops the cultures from continuing to ferment. The cooling press is similar to HTST, but cools the product instead of heating it. From the cooling press, the white mass continues into another holding tank, known as a surge tank, where it remains until it is needed in the packaging stage. During packaging, the white mass is sent to filling machines, and depending on whether it is to be traditional or blended, the filling process will differ. At the filling lines, Dannon uses two basic types of packaging technology. The first is known as preformed cups, which uses existing cups or bottles that have been manufactured elsewhere. These cups or bottles are oriented properly into the filler, filled with the product, and then sealed. The individual cups or bottles are then coated, packaged, and palletized. Dannon's second type of packaging technology is known as the FFS method. FFS stands for Form, Fill, and Seal. This process starts with a large roll of plain plastic that is heated, formed into cups, and labeled. The cups are then filled with yogurt and the package is sealed, all in one continuous motion. The FFS technology generates less waste, improves the carbon footprint, and is more cost-effective to operate. Pressurized fruit totes formulated for each specific product and flavor specification are staged and routed to each fruit station. The fruits are blended with white mass for blended products or added to the bottom of the cup for fruit on the bottom products. For traditional products, white mass is mixed with culture and heated to over 100 degrees Fahrenheit just prior to filling. After packaging, the product is transferred to a heated fermentation room or incubator to enable the cultures to incubate in the cup. The white mass now transforms into yogurt as warm air circulates between the cases to maintain the proper temperature. When the pH is at the targeted level, cooling stops the fermentation process. For blended products, the already fermented white mass is blended with fruit or flavoring at the filler, packaged, and then cooled. Every packaging line undergoes stringent quality checks every 30 minutes to assure that products continue to meet their proper specifications. As product exits the fillers and proceeds down the line, it receives its own identification codes. It is then boxed and placed on pallets for movement around the factory floor. Product pallets are moved by robotic forklifts known as AGVs, automated guided vehicles. All products are cooled rapidly by moving slowly through cooling tunnels in which cold air is briskly circulating. The cold temperature halts the yogurt's fermentation. After exiting the cooling tunnels, the product is maintained at 40 degrees Fahrenheit in the cooler. There it is wrapped and held for 14 to 24 hours until the product clears its final quality checks. Once the product has been released, it can then be shipped to one of several external distribution centers or shipped directly to customers. The cultures are still alive, and they remain alive throughout the product's shelf life. The live and active cultures are the basis for yogurt's unique health benefits. The warehouse is a central repository for all of the raw materials used in the production of yogurt. These materials are delivered to the manufacturing lines as needed and are controlled through Dannon's warehouse management system. The warehouse is also responsible for the disposal of waste material from the packaging lines via a waste train, and it is here that waste materials can be sorted for recycling. The quality department at Dannon helps to ensure food safety and quality of product by putting into operation and managing food safety control systems such as ISO 22000 and Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points, or HACCP. Quality testing is conducted routinely to assure that Dannon products conform to federal and state regulations as well as Dannon specifications. The quality group is also responsible for ensuring the quality of raw material from our vendors. Routine testing on finished products includes pH, viscosity, sensory evaluation, and packaging quality. The quality group leads continuous improvement efforts. The group monitors and responds to any customer issues. This helps support our business goal of playing harder than the competition by delivering consistent, superior products. Dannon's technical department maintains and improves equipment capability and reliability. This applies to such areas as packaging and processing equipment. It also covers utilities such as ammonia, boilers, compressed air, and wastewater treatment. To address these areas, the technical department is divided into teams that provide expertise and support, such as core mechanics for line troubleshooting, preventive maintenance, reliability, automation, and spare parts management. So how does Dannon accurately predict which products need to be manufactured, when, and in what amount? The scheduling department produces the right product in the right amount at the right time. Scheduling executes the production requirements as directed by the Dannon Supply Chain Department. In this way, we're able to accurately fulfill customer needs. At the same time, our scheduling department works to minimize line changeover downtime by ensuring the optimum use of processing and filling line capacity. Dannon has developed its own production system called DAMAWAY, which means Dannon Manufacturing Way. The purpose of DAMAWAY is to develop individual and team autonomy in the operation of the lines. To make DAMAWAY effective, several initiatives are being introduced gradually into the plants. For example, a daily management system that requires operators to monitor downtime using tracking sheets. Training tools are being developed, such as competency worksheets and one-point lessons. Line operators are taking ownership of their equipment maintenance by working with the maintenance department in a program called Autonomous Management. Team efforts are being led on the floor to separate the work area into zones and to develop shared action plans that will improve performance. These efforts must be conducted in a safe and wise manner. WISE is Dannon's unique program that encourages employee involvement with safety. All of these systems and tools are helping Dannon personnel to become more committed, to be more open, creating more doers, and empowering both the individual and the team. The DAMAWAY and WISE programs are fueling Dannon's efficiency obsession. It's an obsession focused on continually enhancing Dannon's customer and consumer satisfaction. centuries of human development, technological advances, and consumer preferences have worked in harmony to create this healthful, cultured milk food product.
When you hear the chime, it's snack time for thousands of Dannon yogurt fans all around town.
Taking milk on its greatest journey, from the cow to the cooler, ready for purchase.